Hi, my name is Jackie Murray, and I'm your guide through the 32 lessons of the Structured Learning Technology curriculum. This is fourth grade, and this is lesson 12 with the fourth graders. We're going to be working on tables. This is the first of two lessons on tables. So they're going to, I suggest you preview these two and see how they're broken out. Basically, you do the writing the first week, the pictures the second week, but you look at your student group and decide if that's the best way to do it for them. Maybe a different breakup would be better. As long as the students get it done in the 2 weeks, you're fine. Now, they've done tables before. They did tables in third grade, and they spent 2 weeks on it. They made a not quite as involved a table, but this should all be review for them. So challenge them to transfer that knowledge from third grade to this lesson, so you don't have to teach them, reteach everything that they already learned once, and they'll have time to get to their uh, class exit ticket and the extra stuff that they can do when they get done early in class. So the vocabulary will be pretty standard. There shouldn't be any new words here for them. The problem solving, maybe they won't know what to do if it looks like they're running out of room in the table. So remind them what that means, or maybe their column will be too small. Remind them what to do with that. No new skills because they've covered this already. Essential question is about communicating with technology and how tables, the big idea is how tables makes that organized rather than other things. Assessment strategies are pretty similar. There's nothing different. There's nothing odd about this one. So I think you're good with those. And same with your preparation. You are still working on problem solving boards, so make sure you have the materials for that. And make sure you've talked to the grade level team because you want your table that they're creating to be integrated into whatever's being discussed in the classroom. So here we're using ecology. Landforms was last year. Let's see, maybe we're doing landforms this year. But we're so you want to pick. We were doing ecosystems, I think, in this, but not very clear. So that's good because you want to pick the one that fits your student group. You're going to have, oh, I'll save that for a minute. Okay, so finish your, keep working on your problem solving board. We're not quite ready to finish it, but students should know how to do that. Discuss evidence board. If this is the week of the month, you do that. And then let them know we're going to start 2 weeks on a table. Ask someone to review it, and they can go up to the class screen and show what they remember. Now, if a student is doing this and gets stuck, they're welcome to ask for help from the audience. They don't have to get up there and then freeze and feel like they're failing. No, the solution is to get help, to reach out and get help. So if they, yep, I know how to go up to the toolbar and create my table, and oops, I can't remember how to add the labels. So who can help me with that? And that's perfectly fine because they know every step in here, they know how to do. Remind them, you can show them these examples from second and third grade, and that might jog their memories. So here's the difference between a table and a tabbed layout. Now, if you don't use tabbed layouts, this might not make sense to them, but if they've never used a table and tried to do it with this tabs, it will make a lot of sense. So go through that and explain and show them the difference. You can go on the class screen and show them you creating a table in about 30 seconds. I think it would take that long even. And then you trying to create the same table with the tabbing from column to column. Okay, where do students see tables outside of class? And I think there's a nice picture in the student workbook. If you use the student workbook, here's 3 really good examples of where they see tables. So sports team, school classroom rosters, periodic table, really good examples of where tables are because they're so darn organized with information. So, but see if they'll come up with one. That would be good. Okay, so open your word processing program, and they should do this independently, whatever word processing program you use, and add the table with whatever columns, 4 columns by 4, whatever number of rows you're going to have. The column headings are categories, and the row headings are characteristics. So they'll add their headings up here, and they should be able to do this independently. Put your 4 categories and then put your examples here. And then as a group, add the examples and the definition if you're doing that column, whatever your column is. But you do want to, as a group, add some of this material. So it's a collaborative effort. This can be a formative or a summative assessment for knowledge they've already gotten in class, and in which case they come up with this based on their knowledge, what they learned in class, transfer it to technology class to this table. Or it could be kind of pre-knowledge, what they know about a subject before they get into it in class. And then even there, they're not going to research. They're going to say, okay, ecosystems, what are those ecosystems that I thought I knew last year or once? And then as a group start going through, you can jog them some or write down what they have, and then definitions and examples from around the world, whatever those categories are. And it'll give you and the grade level team a better idea of what the students are going into the unit knowing about the subject. So fill this out. Here's some general ideas on how to move around the table. Optional shading, don't have to do that. I think we're not going to do pictures today, but they're going to try to fill in everything else. So their exit ticket is to check each other's digital portfolio, be sure that table is saved because they'll need it next week. So they will confirm for each other that the table is in fact in their digital portfolio, ready to be used next week. I think that's about it. Let's see if I missed anything in the student workbook. It shows them a little more detail on making a table. This is in Word, this is in Google Docs. And that's really about it. A few extensions that they can do. You may choose to use a spreadsheet instead of a table. It's up to you. Depends upon what you're concentrating on. And I think someone can volunteer to add this project to the class calendar. You probably, hopefully at the beginning of the year, you set up someone whose monthly job on a rotating basis, their job was to add all the events for the month in the class. So this would be one that they want to have in there, as well as class problem-solving board presentations, any quiz dates, things like that. That would also be when the evidence board is available. So kids will know that. So that student should be reminded this is a good time if they get done early, then to go to that class calendar and start filling it in. That's it, guys. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great week.